What's up, everybody? Yins Nation Sport, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, drop a comment. How do you think this game's going to go? Steelers pretty much put a shellacking to the New York Giants on Monday night, smashed them. Got off to a slow start. Ben looked like he was a little bit shaky, but he got it together. He had a hell of a game, had 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Ben's looking like he's back better than ever. Uh, I wasn't buying all that hype, but if Ben can keep playing like this, well, the Steelers are going to be good this year. James Conner's hurt. He's glass. I thought he was going to be able to be good this year. He's putting in the work. He was dancing too much in the backfield. So that wasn't a good look for the Pittsburgh Steelers and James Conner. Benny Snell came in. Every time he touched the ball, it seemed like he was productive. He put his head down. He hits the holes. He doesn't dance around. He's looking to get positive yardage every time, like Jerome Bettis. Corner was kind of reminding me of Amos Zaraway, who used to just dance in the backfield, just dance, 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 left to east and west instead of north and south. Benny Snell is a downhill runner. He's looking to hit the holes. He trimmed up. He's got some more speed to him, a little bit more agility to get to the outside and get the edge. Benny Snell had a really great game. But let's look at these Broncos, man, and the defense. Obviously, the defense got crushed. Seb Serenos is out there talking all this rah rah shit, saying, "Oh, your team ain't Super Bowl contenders." He's laughing like we're not Super Bowl contenders, this and that. Come on, man. Come on, your team ain't nothing, man. Everything Real Shit said in his video is true, man. You guys haven't had a quarterback in years since Peyton Manning. Let's be honest. You went and got Joe Flacco. It didn't work. You got some okay pieces. Melvin Gordon had a good game, 15 yards, 15 carries, 78 yards, 5.2 a clip. Okay. Philip Lindsay's supposed to be out. Is Cortland Sutton? That's your best receiver. If he's out, who do you got receiving the ball? Noah Fant. That might be a mismatch. Terrell Edmonds looked bad in coverage. He looked really bad in coverage. I can't lie, just like he was last year. So that's going to be a mismatch for any team right now, playing the Steelers, especially if they got a good tight end. Noah Fant was your best receiver against the Tennessee Titans. 5 catches, 81 yards, 16.2 a clip. So that dude definitely balled, had 81 yards. Jerry Jeudy did all right, 4 catches, 56 yards. I don't even know who this Patrick dude is. 4 receptions, 29 yards. Hamilton, Freeman. So your receivers aren't good. Your secondary's not good. I got a little bit of a problem with your front seven. Your front seven is legit. Your front seven might cause a problem for the Pittsburgh Steelers. But last game against the Giants, it seemed like they just wanted to get off to a slow start. They wanted to establish the run for the Pittsburgh Steelers. That was what they were trying to do. It wasn't working, especially with Conner early. Then Benny Snell came in, opened up the game. I think the way the Steelers are going to beat the Denver Broncos, it's easy. Spread it out with Ben. Take advantage of their weak secondary. Get the ball out quick. Get the ball in Deontay Johnson's hands, who had a great game last against the Giants. Juju had a good game. Claypool had a couple good catches. We got to get the tight ends involved more. Vance McDonald and Ebron didn't really show up in the game for the Pittsburgh Steelers, so we got to get them involved. They're making the big money, those big dollars. One of those guys are going to have to step up and have better games, a few touchdowns for the Pittsburgh Steelers. But James, the biggest problem with me is the offensive line. The offensive line looked a little bit weak. It wasn't looking great for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So the Broncos, I mean, that's going to be a matchup. That's going to be a good matchup for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Our offensive line versus their front seven. Their linebackers, I ain't really got much to worry about their linebackers. They're all right. They got Bradley Chubb. Okay, no Von Miller. That Von Miller is basically like if TJ Watt was hurt for the Pittsburgh Steelers, or even Big Ben Roethlisberger hurt for the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's probably the highest paid player on the Denver Broncos team. He's out for the year. So the Denver Broncos ain't shit. Drew Lock, I mean, he's going to have a hard time against his defense. He's not going to be able to read what's coming with his defense. We can give you so many different looks. You don't know who's coming from where with the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. Vince Williams was looking good. I was worried about him, but he's healthy again. He's back. He was looking good. Stephon Tuitt, Cam Hayward had the first pick of his career. He showed out. This whole team showed out. Bud Dupree was all over the place. Everybody in Steeler groups are hyping up Bud Dupree. I mean, he's great against the run. He's so fast. Drew Lock's not going to know what hit him. I mean, this team is just too legit right now. We're better than the Denver Broncos. I'm not worried about this game at all. I mean, you can put on that hype. You can put on your hype video. Yeah, you ride for your team. But the what did you say in your broadcast, man? We could win this game. You didn't say we was going to win this game. You said, well, we could win this game. We could win this game. We could win this game. You ain't even confident enough to say your team will win this game because you know you're the underdog in this team, in this game. NFL lines. Let's see. NFL lines. Steelers, Broncos. Guaranteed you're an underdog by at least 4.5 or 5. There ain't no question. I think this game is in Pittsburgh. So you're coming to Heinz Field to play Big Ben Roethlisberger. Who's a better quarterback? What better? What better? Who has a better quarterback than the Steelers in the AFC? What quarterback in the AFC has a better resume than Big Ben Roethlisberger? You want to talk all that garbage on Big Ben Roethlisberger? What quarterback has a better resume in the AFC than Big Ben Roethlisberger right now? Who's better than the AFC than Big Ben Roethlisberger right now? Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson. Okay, Lamar Jackson, he has more tools in the tool belt with his speed and his legs, but he can't read the defense like Big Ben. He can't call plays at the line like Big Ben. He can't throw the ball like Big Ben. He's never been to a Super Bowl like Big Ben. Big Ben's been to 2 Super Bowls, won 2 Super Bowls, been to 3 Super Bowls. So come on, man. Roethlisberger, he completed 21 of 32 passing attempts for 229 yards with 3 touchdowns. Benny Snell had a hell of a game, 113 rushing yards on 19 carries. Juju Smith-Schuster had 69 yards, 6 receptions, 2 touchdowns. Who's going to cover Juju? Who's going to cover Deontay? Who's going to cover Ebron? Who's going to cover McDonald? Who's going to cover Washington? Who's going to cover Claypool? You ain't got nobody to cover those guys. The Steelers are a 6.5 point favorite in this game. Will they cover it? I don't know. We'll see how Big Ben plays. The best way for the Steelers to beat the Broncos is to spread it out, open up the running game with the pass. In this one, you got to spread it out, loosen them up, and then just get Benny Snell involved. Get Samuels a few quick, easy screens outside, so take advantage of their aggressive front. And it'll be a wrap, man. It'll be a wrap. There's no reason that these Steelers should lose to the Broncos. I mean, it's just going to be a wrap. I'm not worried about James Conner being injured. I think we pretty much were ready for this. That's why we went and drafted McFarland, who was on the IL. Maybe we can go out there and get a running back. I don't see them signing a running back. I think this Benny Snell season's here. Big Ben Roethlisberger's looking poised in the pocket. He had some bad throws there and there in the first half, but after that, he got it together. He put it together. If it wasn't for that Deontay Johnson miffed punt, we would have probably beat the Giants worse. So that was early in the game, and the Steelers defense kept them in it the whole game. And this defense is just going to make Drew Lock look silly. I mean, let's be honest. I think we probably have two better backups than the Denver Broncos has a starting quarterback. Mason Rudolph was drafted ahead of Drew Lock, I believe, in that draft. Drew Lock ain't that good, man. He's got a good strong arm. He can't read the defenses. He's inexperienced. He's not going to carry you nowhere. Can he be good? Maybe. He has all the tools in the tool belt. He had a decent game against the Titans, so I'm not going to say Drew Lock's a total scrub, but he's unproven. He ain't no Big Ben Roethlisberger, so you can talk all that garbage you want on Big Ben Roethlisberger, but our quarterback's way better than your quarterback. Our defense is way better than your defense. There isn't a weak – Terrell Edmonds might be the only weakness in the Steelers' defense right now, and the dude can still tackle. He's not the best in coverage. He looked lost against the Giants, so maybe Noah Fant can have a big game, but I ain't worried about none of your receivers. Hayden will lock up Judy. Nelson will lock up whoever else you got. Maybe Sutton will play. If you ain't got Lindsey backing up Gordon. Gordon's, I mean, he's good, but he ain't no Saquon Barkley, and the Steelers shut Barkley down. So I mean, you can talk all that rah-rah shit. You might come back with a bet. Oh, I'll bet you, because you wasn't even confident enough in your video to say your team is going to win. So I ain't going to bet you. So you can come back with a hate week. You can come back with a response video if you want. It don't matter to me because I ain't going to bet you. You don't welch on bets, but you know what? You weren't even confident enough in your original video to say your team is going to win. So fuck it. I ain't going to bet you, but I'll tell you right now that the Steelers are going to win this game. We should win this game. We should go to 2-0, and we'll see what Cincinnati can do on Thursday night against the Cleveland Browns. It's going to be so funny if the Cleveland Browns lose to Cincinnati. I'm going to laugh my ass off. I don't know exactly who the Ravens are playing this week. I'm not worried about the Baltimore Ravens until we play them. I'm worried about the Denver Broncos right now, and I think the Steelers are going to make Drew Lock and the Denver Broncos look silly. Silly. So that's it. That's how the Steelers are going to beat the Denver Broncos. Straight up, we're going to get the win. Will they cover the line? I don't know. We'll see how great that Denver defense is, but I think Ben's going to be able to pick them apart. You spread that offense out and just pick them apart with all receivers. They don't have the secondary to take advantage of the Pittsburgh Steelers at all. Their secondary just cannot stop all the weapons we got on offense right now. The Steelers got a solid offense, and the defense is great, tops in the league. probably the best in the league. Led the league in sacks last year, led the league in interceptions last year. Devin Bush is looking hungry. Vince Williams is back. Bud Dupree's looking to get a big contract. Connor, I'm very disappointed in Connor, but hey, Benny Snell balled out. Benny Snell balled out. It's Benny Snell football time. I've been hyping Benny Snell since we drafted him. Led the SEC in rushing for Kentucky before he got drafted. Whooped up on Penn State in the bowl game that they played and won them the bowl game. And like I said, the only weakness on our defense is Terrell Edmonds. He's not great. He can get exposed in coverage without a doubt, but this Broncos team doesn't scare me much. We got the way better quarterback. Not only that, we got the way better coach in Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin's been there, done that. One of the best resumes in the NFL, second best resume in the NFL the past 2 years, 0.642 win-loss percentage. That's elite. So Pittsburgh Steelers are going to roll over the Denver Broncos. It's not even going to be a challenge, man. So there it is. There it is, Denver. Y'all are going to lose. You're going to go to 0-2.